right, welcome back, everybody. We have a special guest on the stream today. We have Mr. Toe with us live.
Good evening.
All right, so we're going to just cover the basics that we normally do here on the stream. We're going to cover Bitcoin price action. We're going to take a look at Tether, and we're going to see where we're going to go and head this week. All right, so Bitcoin currently is sitting around the 29.6K region. Right now, we obviously have overhead resistance around that 30K, 31K. We do have a weekly long that's still printed here. We did get like last week or the week before, we got a counter trend short that came in, but we're still holding above that $29,000 region. If we go to the daily chart, we can see we do have a daily long that is still in. We have overhead resistance, like I said, around 30.5K. And we're gonna go check out our oscillators here to see what's happening. We have some daily hidden bullish divergence here on the MACD oscillator. We're about to get a cross up. All right, and we can see that volatility is ticking back to the upside here. Okay, so we don't have volatility coming in just yet, but if this does cross, I do suspect we will break the top of this range around this 30.7K region, 30.6K region. All right, and you guys can see that we are just treading along here in this channel up. Okay. That's kind of where I'm seeing the price action right now here on the daily chart, and the stochastics are pointing up on the daily. All right, so like it is likely that we will see continuation on the price action on the price for Bitcoin. We go to the 2-day, we also have a nice stochastic cross up. So a lot of the daily and the 2-day chart are looking pretty good in terms of the price moving back up. The 3-day hasn't crossed up yet. We need the daily and the 2-day to kind of show that, right? We go to the 4-hour chart, the smaller time scales, we can see volatility starting to spike up here, with the stochastics also poised to make a move higher. So it's looking pretty good here in the short term. Over the next week, I would say it looks like we're going to see some price action to the upside. Okay. We do have a 4-hour long that did print back here on the 26th. All right, and we're still in a long type of squeeze here. Okay, we can see that we're just consolidating above this 29.2 region, which is the previous area of resistance that we broke above, and we kind of traded back below, but now we're back above it. Okay, 29.2K. As long as
you need to catch a train.
If Bitcoin is going to stay above 29.2K, I'm going to remain bullish on Bitcoin. Do I need to what?
You need to catch a train. You are talking so fast.
I don't need to catch a train. No, I talk fast. Sorry. How many people we have? Do we have any people on the stream right now?
I think 3 or something.
I see one person on the stream.
Oh.
Wrecked.
Hey, that's me, man.
Nice.
Bro, we are alone.
All right, so let me just post in the Discord here. Oh, wow, Aruna, what's going on, brother? How are we? Oh, Vidouche is here. All right, so we do have some folks. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Okay, so we are actually in a live trade right now. We actually took this trade we took this trade about an hour ago. We're still in it though. Okay, we are in an AVAX long trade. We posted this in the alerts Discord. All right, we're gonna show you guys where the trade was given and taken and why it was given. Okay, so we gave a long at 11:16 this morning, which is about an hour and 15 minutes ago. The entry was between 1750 and 762. I have an entry around 1761. So we're in a profit on this trade. I do intend to swing trade this to that $21 region. This could take some days, right? It's not just going to break $18 so fast, especially if Bitcoin hasn't started to move yet. So we are in a profit on this trade. We are going to keep you guys updated on it, and we are we're in a live trade right now, right? Just like the title says. We gave scalp trade targets up to about that $18 region, between $17.85 and $18 for those folks that want to just, catch a small movement of this price action. I do think we're going to see, we already saw $17.85 hit. So the first take profit of the scalp trade was already hit within an hour after the trade post was given, guys. All right. So there's that. You could have made a quick, I don't know, $50, $60 in an hour off that trade. All right. All right, so I will also give a little bit of an update here on the cycle chart and what the cycle chart's saying. Cycle chart saying we're going to see a dip.
Zoom in the chart. Maybe you can see it.
Cycle chart saying 26K retest and then 40K, basically 42K. All right, by beginning of June, end of May. Okay, so the timing is, I would say, kind of on time, because usually the stock market, people go away in May. That's like the saying, go away in May. So everyone kind of just takes vacation from May to like August, right? We see a bunch of nothing price action until Q3 and Q4. So that's what we're kind of looking at right now. We're looking at like monthly candle close here in a day or two, and we're gonna see a little bit of a push towards the end of this month.
Okay, and what if you take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart?
Bitcoin dominance looks extremely bullish. Okay, Bitcoin is going to continue to dominate the market. All right, it's pretty clear that the narrative for Bitcoin is super strong right now. Right, we have this consult. We're at the top of this range. Right, looks like we're about to break the range. This right here is a Wyckoff accumulation type of structure. Okay. And you can see on the weekly here, the stochastic RSI can stay overbought for quite some time, okay? If we go to like the monthly, also the monthly is also poised up here. It could also stay overbought for quite some time, right? It stayed overbought here in the 2018 cycle for almost a full year.
Okay. That a bearish divergence?
This was, yeah. We're not forming that right now here on the monthly though. So there's no real bear div on the monthly here. I guess you could argue that there's some bear div on the weekly chart, but this isn't active until we actually break back below 80. Okay, so if we get a weekly stochastic breaking back below 80, that means Bitcoin dominance probably pulls back. Okay, in the coming weeks, because this is a weekly stochastic. This takes weeks to play out. All right. And yeah, you can see that the weekly is sitting around 74 on the RSI, which is hyper bullish. Okay, hyper bullish up here. So just pay attention. Bitcoin is probably going to outperform the rest of the market here over the coming weeks, over the coming months. Right? This is what this is saying. And so your altcoins, some altcoins are obviously going to outperform, but most of them will not. Most of them will not outperform Bitcoin. I'm not saying that altcoins won't appreciate versus the dollar, because they will. If Bitcoin's going to outperform the dollar, then the altcoins will also outperform the dollar, all right? But they won't necessarily outperform Bitcoin. That's the key to this metric, to understand it, okay? Cool. Bitcoin, 29.7K, up 1.62% today. Who's with me? Who's excited?
I am excited. How about the AVEX trade? Can I still enter? Otherwise, I do it right now.
I'm still in the trade, boys. I'm still in the trade. We're still stuck in this range here. Once we get a break on the range, we're talking about the top of the range, which is around the $18.20 region, and a break of the range, I think, around this 18.20 region right here. Like every single time we got above 18.20, we went straight up. You got a Fibonacci level right here, confluent around that $20.57 region. I think we can swing this to the top of the range. Right? 4-hour stochastics continue to point up here. Look at the 4-hour MACD oscillator, right? We're showing this massive amount of bullish divergence here. This is a beautiful setup, right? Barely any selling pressure right here. Barely any selling pressure right here. I think this is going to see a major move, all right?
It'd be great.
It's looking that way. It's looking that way. Remember, the charts don't lie. They tell you a story. They tell you what the momentum is looking like at the moment in time, right? and we have a massive Bollinger Band squeeze here on the 4-hour chart. We started to break the squeeze on the hourly, right? We can see that we got volatility that came in here, and we got this squeeze. It started to break, right? So the hourly triggered. We're waiting for a 2-hour and a 3-hour and a 4-hour trigger. All right. Looking good, guys. Looking good. And our hourly STP long is in. It triggered at 10 a.m. this morning, all right? And our 3 and 4 hour are still long.
Yeah, so if I open an AVEX trade right now, would it...
I think that's fine, man. I think so. I think if you're willing to trade it to the top of the range, or you're willing to trade it into some of this resistance here, I think you should be good.
Can you see my screen?
I cannot. Are you sharing it?
Wait. Can you see it now?
I can add it. Let's add it. There you go. You're live. You're live. You're live on YouTube there, Toe.
Okay, so I just deposited $100. What are we going to do?
This is AVEX, yes.
10x? 5x? Tell me.
I'm not managing your trade, sir. That is up to you.
Okay. Well, it's good for now. I'm going to open a 10x trade on AVEX.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's see what it does at the end of the stream. I open the trade. And let's see what happens from now on.
Sounds good.
Back to you.
All right. Yes, the crypto clan, that is AVEX. Yep.
What is Total 2 saying?
Total 2. Why not Total 3? That's excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Total 3 is holding the 200-week moving average here. Looks like we're going to put, if we close like this, we're going to put a doji candle reversal in on the weekly chart. Okay. So that's looking pretty good. I mean, we do. This is the only caveat here is that we do see stochastics on the weekly pointing down, and it is an active signal right now. Like we're seeing that it is pointing down below 80. So let's go like the 3-day and the 2-day just to see if okay. So the 3-day and the 2-day are starting to reverse to the price action, right? So that could change what the weekly stochastics are going to end up with. Okay, so that's good. We're going to see some movements up. Okay. The daily is already starting to show signs that it's starting to reverse here. If we get a cross above 20, that is a daily buy signal on the stochastics. You want to be buying in this zone, right? You want to be selling up here and buying down here. In the middle, you don't really want to be trading, right? It's not worth trading in the middle of the zone because you don't know. It's like the
neutral zone.
It's the neutral zone. So there's no advantage. There's no high probability trade there, right? So if we go to like the 4-hour chart, we can see we're already crossing. We have some nice separation. We already got some crossing into the zone up here. So momentum is poising to the upside. On the 4-hour, the 8-hour chart looks like we got a nice cross up here. The 12-hour also showing signs that we're going into the sell zone, but it's just starting on the daily chart, right?
Isn't that another divergence?
It's not diverging, no. It's not diverging right now. And you also want to look at the RSI, right? The RSI is at 46 on the 12-hour, the 8-hour, also sitting around 50 on the 8-hour. That's just going bullish, right? Looking good on the 4-hour, 8-hour, 12-hour charts here. Okay. And we got it. We're about to print a 4-hour long here. We got 3 hours left on the print, but it's looking good. All right. Hopefully you guys are
Hey,
enjoying
let's
streaming.
look at Pepe.
Pepe?
Pepe,
Oh
yeah,
man, the meme coin. Oh boy.
Yeah, let's go. The new
Here,
meme coin.
here we go. I don't know where the data is on this one. I'm gonna look at Uniswap.
Gate.io. The Gate.io chart is most.
Is it Gate.io?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It doesn't really have any data at all. I can't determine anything from this chart.
It doesn't matter. It's the same shit everywhere.
It's the same shit everywhere.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. Okay. It's up 76% today. Wow. There you go. I mean, that is a bull flag, right? And you had a breakout. So you're looking at something like this on Pepe on the range break. So up to 182 or whatever that is. Basically a double up. That's what it's looking like.
Well, I'm still up 93% on my position. And I bought yesterday. Can you imagine those guys who bought at the bottom?
Those guys are lit. Some dude made what, like $1 million in 3 days or some shenanigans like that?
$250.
Wow, that's crazy, dude.
Insane. It's really insane.
That's insane. You should hit him up. You should hit him. You should hit him up, Toe. You should trade for him.
Why should I? Yeah, I'm a good trader. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. So Balancer actually looks pretty good here. See how it's just continuing to hold these lows, make higher lows in the up here. This coin hasn't really done too much this cycle, but this down here looks pretty interesting to me. It's just sitting here, right? And the 2-day stochastics are pointing up. Daily stochastics are pointing up. Right, we crossed above 20 line. And yeah, RSI sitting at 33. This is a good, we're in the buy zone for this asset. Looks good. I don't really know what this coin's been doing lately, but it's just making higher lows, making higher lows, making higher lows. Just consolidating here. ARB is another one. This one is definitely looking pretty strong right now on the daily. It looks like we're making like a daily double bottom. Right, we got this bottom here and another bottom right here. So it looks like a nice double bottom type of setup on ARB. You could probably trade this to the top of this range, this $1.46 region, right? It'll probably hit that. And if you break that and hold that as support, you can trade back up to the top of the range, which is that $1.70 area. What is the line? It's
line?
It's a moving average. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, feel free to throw your guys' requests in the chat. We'll take a look at them, all right?
Did you check ETH already?
I did not check ETH. Let's take a look at it.
Do it.
I still think this is the monthly target, man. This $2,800 region.
I am already up 1.4% on my AVEX trade since this stream. Woohoo!
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so we got a bit of a pullback here right at the 50% retracement level on ETH here. We can see we got this pullback, but you can see we're trying to hold on to this level, this $1,800 region, and it's being held up by the moving averages, right? The 50-day, the 21 EMA, and you have the 200-week moving average down here at 1575. All right, so we're getting a pullback, but we're actually being held up by the moving averages. So this is actually really, really good. Right, we're going into this uptrend here. You can clearly see that this is holding this parabola type of structure. Okay.
Okay, but that is on the weekly. How does it look like on the daily?
The daily looks good. Like you're making higher lows on the daily, right? You had that pullback, and you're still holding the parabola. Looks very nice. Right? You're coming out of this negative momentum here, and you're getting a cross above 20 on the stochastics. Beautiful.
Does this mean shitcoin season?
It just means we're getting an oscillation back up. That's what it means.
Okay, shitcoin season.
Sure. Injective protocol making a rip.
Yeah, injective. Let's talk about injective.
All right.
What's injective doing?
Honestly, I'm not too thrilled about it because it looks like it made like a double top up here on the daily, but we're getting a snapback right here holding the daily 21 EMA. All right. So that looks good. It is still holding the parabola structure, which is also good. Right. This 3-day candle right here, this bullish engulfing candle is still active. As long as injective doesn't close below, $7 or $6.93 on the 3-day chart, then this engulfing candle is still active. Okay. Is it worthwhile being OP? Probably. Let's take a look at OP. I did call out OP in our group at 50 cents, guys. For all of you guys that are part of the alert service, you guys know I called out the double bottom down here. This was the bottom of this asset. It ran all the way up to $2, pulled back. We even gave another entry down here at 70 cents. Right?
Yeah, that was a good call, man. I can remember when you bought it at $1.92.
Well, OP is holding this 2.10 region here. You can see that this is a previous level, right? It's just consolidating in this range here. Okay, so it's range bound. We're at the bottom of the range. So that's a good time to start buying something, right? Let's take a look at our stochastics. All right, let's look at the daily. The daily stochastics are starting to tick up. We haven't crossed above 20 yet, but every single time we do get these cross ups or we're below 20, this is the time to be buying the asset. And likewise, if you're up here, you want to be selling the asset. It's really that simple, guys. When the stochastics are in the buy zone, you want to buy. When it's in the sell zone, you want to sell, right? And you can kind of look at that when you start to get to the tops of the ranges, and it's confluent with the stochastic being overbought. That's when you want to be exiting your position, right? It's really that simple, guys. There's no magic here. It's simple. Try to keep it as simple as you can. Right, we do still have a daily active short that's in, but we can see that the market's reversing here, right? So if we go to like a 4-hour chart, you can start to see it's already, we're probably going to be printing a 4-hour long signal here shortly. The 3-hour, the 2-hour is starting to print along, okay? So the 2-hour is going to print, the 3-hour, the 4-hour, then the daily, right? It's all going to start to shift. Yes, we did give a call on render, man. I know you're in the alert service there, Angel. We gave a swing trade call on render, all right? I'm going to show it here for you guys. I said looks pretty prime. This is on April 25th when the price was $2.05. Before it was breaking this range, this cup and handle type of structure, I gave a 127% measured move on this asset.
Count.
Okay?
Hey, but could you check ONT, please? Now China is opening up to crypto again.
Hang on, we're going to check render real fast. A render has a 2-hour long. We're at the top of a range, so be careful about being at the top of a range, but it looks like you have 2-hour volatility ticked up. You are entering, overbought territory on the 2-hour chart, but let's go to like the 4-hour. The 4-hour is just starting its move, so the 2-hour might be overbought, but the 3, 4-hour, and maybe the daily chart look like they have room to run, right? Well, the daily is already starting to get extended, but isn't overbought just yet. 3-day is extended. So you kind of have to, take a look at what's happening here, right? So we are towards the top of a range on this asset. The daily is starting to make bearish divergence. You can see it's overbought on the daily, right? We're sitting at 80 on the RSI. Be careful up here. I'm not saying it won't break out. It looks like it's a hybrid bullish asset, all right? The weekly looks okay. Yes, there is potential for a divergence forming here, but you're sitting at 71 on the RSI, all right? You're not overbought yet on the weekly chart. So very strong looking, very bullish looking on the weekly chart. All right. And yes, you can stay overbought on the weekly for months and actually even a year. All right. I'm gonna show you guys an example of that. I bought GameStop on Friday. All right, and I'm gonna show you why.
Tell me why.
Okay, so the weekly, I actually took this trade off the monthly chart. Okay, so the monthly stochastics are all the way down here. All right, now monthly stochastics, these can take weeks or years, right, to play out. But the reason why I started buying here is because the RSI is below 45 on the monthly RSI. That's one of my trading rules, my long-term swing trading rules, is below 45 on the weekly, below 20 on the stochastics, and below the monthly 21 EMA, which we are below. All right, so you want to be below the EMA, you want to have the stochastics in the buy zone, and you want to have the RSI below 45. Okay, those three things have been met. Look at the volume. The volume is completely receding. What happens after you get completely receding volume, guys? When the asset's in an uptrend. This is in a big bull flag, right? It's in a big flag.
Going to blast up.
The volume is going to start picking up towards the bottom of a structure, right? If we go to like the 2-week chart or even the weekly chart, you can see we're also making these higher lows. So that's the other thing. I'm going to let you guys know that I'm going to stay in this swing trade as long as GameStop can hold $16. Why? Because this was this double bottom it made down here at the bottom of the pattern, right? Weekly chart. Now, if we start going in, okay, this is the 3-day, this is the 2-day, this is the daily. The daily is now starting to look like it's going to reverse here, which is what? 1, 2, a third higher low that is pretty close to it being 3 rising valleys, right? I mean, it's not technically 3 rising valleys because we have 2 of the same lows here, but one could argue that this was the lowest low, and this is basically the same low or a little bit of a higher low. This is your third higher low. 3 rising valleys. All right. RSI making a higher low. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Right? And the daily RSI is also below 45. Right? In the buy zone. All right, guys. So this is why I took a long-term swing trade here on GameStop. I think GameStop is going to make major moves here in the coming months. I didn't say the coming days. I said the coming months. It might even take a year or 2. That's okay. We're talking about a major pattern here, guys. A major pattern on GameStop. You guys know they're getting into NFTs in the marketplace. You guys know I took Loopring as one of my major altcoin allocations for this cycle because GameStop and Loopring are partnered with their NFT marketplace. So Loopring is going to be facilitating all these transactions for GameStop.
Yeah, but GameStop is late to the market, and then you can partner up with Loopring coin. It doesn't matter, you're still late.
Bro, they've been already out. They've already gave that partnership in 2021, man. They're not late. It's going to be good. And the pattern is setting up here beautifully, too, on their stock, okay? Anywho, long-term swing trade on GameStop, long-term swing trade on Loopring, all right? I think there is big stuff happening with these 2 assets. If I'm wrong, well, I'll let you guys know. Right now, I'm down on my long-term swing trade on Loopring. I entered around 49 cents, okay? It's done a bunch of nothing.
It's now at 34?
35. That's okay.
And that seems like a good ROI.
It'll be okay, man. I'm also earning more Loopring tokens on their decks. Okay, so I'm continuing to dollar cost average more into this position on the Loopring decks. All right, and this asset's in an uptrend, right?
How is AFEX doing at the moment?
1770.
Am I rich?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you, Crypto Clan. Appreciate it, man. Oh, injective protocol longs are firing. Means we're about to move. We're about to see Bitcoin probably move. Hey, if you guys are liking the stream, you guys know what to do. Smash it up. Hit the subscribe button. Tick the notification bell. I'm sure most of you guys already are subscribed to the channel, and I appreciate that. Well, I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend, and hopefully you guys are enjoying these daytime streams. I actually don't mind doing the afternoon stream. It actually is pretty fun. So I will continue doing them.
Yeah, we should do this more often, man.
Yeah, I mean, if I can get some view counts and people joining the streams, you know, that kind of motivates me a little bit more, you know?
You're not happy with the 9 people watching now?
No, I am, but I feel like it should be more, right? It should be more.
Yeah, but good right.
Anywho, it's all good. Got to keep active and keep doing it. Zen. This is the Zen coin you guys want to look at? What is this thing? Oh, I know what this is. Yeah, this thing looks insane, man. You're getting this pullback here like I thought you'd get too. All right. Like the 2-week chart is just starting on this. Yeah. It's the absolute shitcoin of shitcoins. But yeah, you're just getting a pullback. I mean, dude, you've literally done like what, like a 300 or 400% move here. Oh my god, you did a 10x off the low. Like, what do you want from this thing? Come on. But yeah, it's still sitting really wrecked, dude. It's 0.3 RSI on the 2-week chart. Yeah, lots more upside to come with this one. This looks crazy, man. Look at the squeeze on the weekly chart too. This is absurd, man. One of the craziest squeezes in crypto right now, that is for sure.
You didn't see Pepe yet.
Anyways, this 30,000, whatever this is, 301,000 is the target on the weekly chart. This area right here. That's quite a ways away. Another 700% move incoming for this asset. That's the wedge target anyway. It takes some time, right? You're just pulling back now. You might make a higher low here. You did break the parabola, so there's that. So yeah, pulling back. The daily stochastics are getting a reset here. You can see you're coming into the buy zone again here on the daily chart. 2-day, wow, the 2 days got some. This might pull back a bit, okay? But yeah, I mean, the RSI is telling you that we can still see a lot more price action to the upside in the coming days, weeks, months, whatever. Okay? Looks good. Stay patient. All right. RLC making some moves.
Could you check Algo?
Algorand? Yeah. I was actually looking at it the other day to buy some of it. It's pretty wrecked, man. This thing is...
The shitcoin is wrecking one of my bulls.
Yeah, it's not performing very well. Still sitting at the bottom.
You said.
It's still sitting at the bottom of the range, though. This is... I would still say this is a great long-term place to be buying this thing if it does have a future.
If it does have a future, then you can buy it. If it doesn't have a future, I wouldn't buy.
Not financial advice, right?
Yep.
That's it. But yeah, it's the bottom of a range. It's the bottom of a range, man. Bottom of a range on the weekly chart. Monthly stochastics are at the bottom, though. You guys know what that means. Just saying.
That means, watch out, this coin can die.
No, that means this coin can moon. But yeah, man, I mean, as long as you're holding the range lows and you're just sitting here, I don't see why it's a problem. BRP buying more Algorand. Nice, Aaron. Nice. Yeah. Definitely, probably not a bad place to buy it right here.
Homie, this is not an inverse Kramer indicator.
Not an inverse Kramer, yeah. Yeah. How's BNB? Let's take a look at it. Weekly long, it's still active there. We're holding above the major moving averages there. Just consolidating. You got a nice consolidation range up here on Binance Coin. It's I mean, this is like a bullish rectangle up here, right? And eventually you could see something like this happen where it just goes up to test, 450, and then maybe you see a pullback there, right? And maybe make another cup type of structure, and eventually you break out. But it could take some time to do that, right? Into 2024. You might you come up here and maybe you come back down to retest the lows again, right? If after Bitcoin makes its run up to 45K, we could see Binance Coin come back down to the range lows, right? Reaccumulate, trade range bound until it breaks the range, right? Something like that. Binance Coin looks good. Still looking pretty strong there. Weekly, yeah, you can see the weekly stochastics are just coiled here, man. Look at that. It's just coiling up on the weekly here. Looks good. Monthly, just crossed up on the monthly chart. Hey, Rod, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, man. Yeah, absolutely. We can look at Luna Classic, my favorite.
Yeah, that is really your favorite asset.
Oh, my God. Let's not talk about it. Jesus, how do you really even chart this thing these days? Let's see. Maybe I can just look at Luna. Oh, you want Luna Classic, right? Yeah. I don't really know where all the data is on this coin. I guess we can just use this. It's good enough. Yeah, I mean, you're just down here doing a bunch of nothing burger. I mean, like, what do you want? This coin was a big scam. We'll take a look at ENS in a second. So you didn't even get a cross up yet on the weekly down here for this asset. The monthly chart, there's not enough data for. The 2 week is trying to cross back up. If we go to like maybe a 5 day, we can maybe get a better picture. Yeah, so we're going, the 2 days starting to cross back up here. The daily also crossing up. So the next couple days, we could see some price action moving back to the north side on this asset. That's what it's looking like. Let me get rid of this so we can see what's happening here. Right, so yeah, I mean, you're sitting at the near a range low. And you could probably test back up to the trend line here, which is about a 30% move from here. I mean, if this asset does, for whatever reason, have some really bullish fundamentals or something changes with it, you can see you're sort of maybe starting to form some sort of cup formation. And maybe you get back up to the top of the range at some point in time. But shorter term, the next day or two, you could trade back up to this 1290 region, probably. All right. ENS, we'll take a look at it. Yeah. I think this asset is completely undervalued down here. For what they actually do. I mean, if this asset is for sure in a downtrend, there's no doubt about that. Let's see what the data here is telling us. So weekly stochastics are still pointing down right now. Momentum is still kind of pointing down on the weekly chart. The 3-day, we can kind of see that it's RSI still sitting neutral on the 3-day chart. Daily chart, stochastic starting to point back up on the daily here, so that's good. And we could see a move back above that 20 range on the daily, which could mean that the asset trades back up to the top of the range, which is around that $14 region. Right, you can see this M shape that it made, and we holding a strong support down here. So yeah, just sitting in the middle of a range, really at a strong support level right here. So this is probably not a bad place to be accumulating this asset. And you're continuing to hold these lows, right? So the longer you hold the lows, the longer you build up that momentum to try to make a push back up to the top of the range. Okay. But yeah, looking good. I think long-term this asset's going to be good, right? This is Ethereum name service. This is the asset that people buy the .eth domains from. So like the 90s boom with like .eth. All right. Cult. Let's take a look at it. Got a stock or a crypto, man? Looks like a crypto. Cult DAO. Is that right? Looks like I charted this at some point. Back at the range low on the daily, man. All right. Again, this asset's in a major downtrend. I don't even know what this thing does, so there's that, but...
I'm sorry, but I need to talk with my client. I'm leaving the stream.
Okay, Toe, thanks for joining us, brother.
Yep, bye-bye.
So yeah, you're kind of looking at like a channel, a downsloping channel, and it looks like you made a new low. Right, you made a new low, but you're trying to reverse here and try to recapture these lows. But the weekly stochastic is at the bottom here, right? So something to take a look at is that this could start to reverse its price action down here. This looks like it's in the buy zone, okay? And the 3-day chart is starting to tick up, all right? 3-day ticking up, 2-day ticking up, daily starting to tick up, right? So your daily, 2-day, 3-day chart are telling you that this could be a bottom. The weekly is telling you this is the buy zone. I rest my case. This could be an area of value for this asset. You're at a major support level here, right? Not financial advice. Just looking at the momentum on the chart. All right, guys. We're still in the AVAX trade. It did pull back a little bit here while on live stream, but it's still holding above this 50% retracement area, which is that $17.38 region. I will be adding to the position if it does continue to pull back a little bit, getting a better entry for myself. But this looks good. Just grinding up here. Right, and holding above this major support region, the 1640 region here for AVAX is a key level of support. for this asset to make a continuation. Any node wedges for the week? I haven't really plotted any, but I think DOT is still in this wedge pattern, man. And I know we've been talking about DOT for a while, and it just hasn't really done too much. It broke out. It's just sitting on the 618 level here. I think DOT will make a major move. Just going to take some time, right? Also, KSM is the other wedge pattern that we're still actively in and trading. Right, so just kind of pulling back to the breakout range here, just kind of sitting at the bottom of that range. Right, still this bullish engulfing candle here is still active. Right, just sitting here, okay? And the RSI is just kind of sitting neutral on the weekly. We are getting a tick down here on the stochastics on the weekly chart. But that could be reversed by a 3-day or 2-day cross-up, which is what we're getting. And you can see that the Bollinger Band, we're in a bit of a Bollinger Band squeeze here on the daily. The 4-hour is really tight on the squeeze. Okay, and we're getting this cross-up right here. This could be interesting to watch to see if we get a move here on KSM. Sitting at a range low and started making the higher lows, all right? All right, so looking good. I think maybe eventually you just consolidate, maybe eventually break out of here and trade up to the 382 fib extension, which is that $56 range. It's a big move. Okay, big move coming here for this asset, I think. So I'm still in the swing trade. I enter around 25 bucks down here, right when we started crossing above this Fibonacci level, right on this double bottom. Okay. All right, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream, getting some good insight here as to how simple trading could possibly be. Using the stochastic RSI is one of the easiest tools you can use. It's free on TradingView. And then getting confirmations with the STP signals, all right? Beautiful. These are beautiful things to have on your chart. Right? Look at KSM trading at the bottom of this range here, just starting to slowly tick up, okay? That's how we were able to identify some of these trades, guys, all right? Yeah, this is going to be a big move, man. 60% measured move once you break the top of this range. This is going to be a major swing trade if this actually plays out, man. That's what we're looking at. If we curl around here, which I think we're going to do, we're going to curl around here. We're going to break out. We're going to back test it. We're going to sit here for a bit, consolidate, and then we're going to rip the 30 bucks. That's what I think this thing's going to do. Who's with me? Let's see some hype in the chat for the AVAX setup here. Hype. Nice, Crypto Clan. Yep. Looks good, man. This does look good. Look at the RSI ticking up. This looks like a cup and handle on the RSI, doesn't it? You see that? You see this cup? And you got a nice little handle structure here. That says we go up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yep, gonna have to be patient, right? Here's the 12-hour squeeze happening here, okay? This looks very good. All right, even we got a 6-hour, 5-hour squeeze happening. The hourly broke the squeeze. Just gotta be patient, right? Just gotta be patient. This thing's just gonna start pumping out of nowhere here shortly. You'll see. There's gonna be news about AVAX or something. Anyways, guys, appreciate you joining the stream today. I'll be live tonight at 8 o'clock. Make sure you guys share the stream and the content if you guys enjoy it and get some value out of it. Or if you have friends or family that can benefit from what I do, what we do here at STP. That's how we're going to grow, guys. So I appreciate all you guys' support along the way here. And we're going to continue to try to give you guys the best content that we can in the time that we have, right? So again, thank you guys so much for joining the stream today. And we'll catch you guys tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you then.